traveling around Australia, the last thing you expect is to see an Indian name to a vineyard. And you walk in, there's an Indian gentleman who is watching the grapes very carefully. He is absolutely in love. Let's find out more about love, wine, and Nazaaray.
When I came and we set up a tent over here at about 7 p.m. on a dark, or 8 p.m. maybe. It was getting dark at night.
At 4 o'clock in the morning, the wind changed direction and it pulled out all the tent pegs, and Paramdeep's hammering them in, and after 1 hour he says, "That's it." He says, "If this tent is still standing in the morning, we are buying the tent." And, and the funny thing was, we didn't realize that this little bit with the shed was part of our property. And a month later we told the real estate guy, we said, somehow the map doesn't match what you've sold us. And he said, "What?" He says, "I don't think you realize what you own. 5 or 6 years we didn't have electricity, so you had no television. We often would have a little campfire every evening. We played a lot of board games. We used to fly kites in those days. And the children really love it and remember it."
When you came the first time,
Yes.
right, was the reaction like, "Okay, panga le le"?
No. So मैं ही पंगा पाया.
So you chose it?
I grew up in the hills and I was used to wide open spaces. And at that time there were very few Indians here. So that's really what we did. So when the properties came up for sale, I said, "Paramdeep, this is the time to buy." And he listened. He's a wise man from Sialkot. So that's it.
Listens to his wife.
Yes. And so that's it. And so the funny thing is that the only thing that I wasn't happy about was the vineyard. I often call his vineyard Zubeda because the vineyard is like a second wife to him. But I'm the chief wife. So you should see my visiting card. It says Vineyard Widow because he spends more time with her than he spends with me, So that's really my attitude towards the vineyard. So Paramdeep diye illata, I just put up with it, And so so he doesn't complain that I don't drink because you know what? I'm always there to drive him. And people think I'm the dutiful Indian wife.
So we got the first tap for use outside because we used to do all our cooking and everything camping out here in the block over here. So and then of course there was a little sink inside which we picked up from a used yard, which served us for about 5 years, I think.
Yes. So there are lots of interesting stories.
Some houses are not just houses. They are a treasure trove of memories and the days passed by. This house is one of them.
I had tasted my first glass of wine when I was on a flight from Calcutta to Melbourne when we were migrating over in 1981. She was very upset because I had so many glasses.
I don't remember that one.
And we got off that. I said, "This is good stuff. I wanted to get some more." So I got into wine.
Over the next few hours, I was impressed, and not just by the techniques of winemaking, but I was impressed by the passion by which both Pradeep ji and Nirmal ji explained the finer nuances of winemaking to me. That is truly passion, grit, and heart.
Then I finally decided, after 5 years after we bought the property, then I picked Pinot Noir as the variety, the Pinot Gris were the two main varieties which I grow.
That's the reason for the Lal Pag. The red turbans for Pinot Noir. Well,
Yes,
cheers.
yes.
Why the name Nazaaray?
It was Nirmal's decision to call the property Nazaaray because when we drove in, as I said, when we had the auction, The views were fantastic. So Nirmal said, this is
Whichever way
Nazaaray
you look, it is
it's Nazaaray.
It is so beautiful.
So it's very pretty. When you have
नज़ारे आ गए
पंजाब में थोड़े 3-4 पीले थे ना फेंके थे नज़ारे पूरा नजर आ रहे हैं
You know, that's what I say when on all my travel shows, whenever I go out, and so everybody looks for that one word from me in order to see that if I really appreciate the food, and that word is how I Nazaaray aa gaya. So I totally get there. But thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure. For different people, this might be a story about winemaking. For different people, it might be a story about a lot of things. For me, it's very simply a story about a couple who moved out of their country, followed the dream, trusted the nature, trusted themselves, and I don't see an iota of them wanting it any other way. अपना घर छोड़ के एक नई जगह घर बसाने में कितनी दिक्कत होती होगी, ये मैं सोच भी नहीं सकता. और हम अक्सर ये बोलते हैं कि हिंदुस्तानी जो है हर जगह है, हिंदुस्तानी हर जगह है. यहाँ आके पता लगता है कि हिंदुस्तानी हर जगह क्यों, क्योंकि हिंदुस्तानी वो जज्बा, वो जुनून और खुद पे वो भरोसा रखते हैं कि कहीं भी जाके अपना घर बना सकते हैं. कुछ बात है कि हस्ती मिटती नहीं हमारी.